E salve, salve galera do canal, aqui quem fala é o Wellington, canal BRWJOGOS. Galera, vou trazer mais um joguinho diferente pra vocês hoje. Saiu aí pela Rockstar Red Dead Redemption pra PC, galera. Jogo de 2010, se eu não me engano, né? Lançado pra Xbox e PS3. Saiu finalmente pra nova geração aí pro PC, né? Vamos jogar aqui, galera, no PCzão. Pra quem não sabe, eu zerei o 2, né, galera? Eu zerei o 2 aí, não faz muito tempo no canal. E hoje vamos zerar aí zerar o 1, né, galera? Na verdade, o Red Dead Redemption 2, galera, ele se passa antes do 1. O certo é eu jogar assim mesmo que eu tô jogando. Eu zerei o 2, agora eu vou jogar o 1, né? Vamos lá, então. Ei, VK.
Perdeu o Shelter, kkkk.
Shelter, perdi, né? Tô jogando no PC, galera. Gráfico tudo no máximo. Tomara que tanque aí. Acho que não é um jogo pesado, né? Tudo ligado no máximo. Eu só ligar o DLSS aqui, só que eu não liguei. Ligar o DLSS em qualidade. Aí. Vamos lá, vamos começar aqui então. Modo normal, extremo. Normal, né? Modo normal. Tá legendado em português, galera. Vitória fácil.
VK. Uma vitória fácil, kkkk.
Bom. Mas à noite eu vou jogar outro game, tá bom? Mais à madrugada. E aí, Pedro? Beleza?
Oi.
Opa!
Pedro. Beleza. VK. Mó paz.
Mó paz mesmo. Jogo de Velho Oeste não tem muito, né? Que nem esse jogo aqui.
VK. Agora vou dormir, trabalhei o dia inteiro.
Vamos descansar um pouco, hein?
Well, I for one am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more,
VK.
my dear. My dad said it
FLW.
was like
Falou. Até amanhã.
down on us, please, and how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But father,
Pedro.
do you mean that
Deixa.
seems human, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Cara, eu nunca pensei que ia sair esse jogo pra PC, galera.
Not only
Mas 14 anos depois, né?
father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
Tô lendo aqui, tentando entender a história do jogo.
Brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing, but you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
E começou o jogo. Vá até o salão. Eu vou baixar um pouco o áudio da música. Eu acho que estava muito alto. Efeitos sonoros, música. Vamos baixar a música aqui. A música estava estourando lá. Vamos lá. O ícone no seu mapa indica o objetivo de uma missão. O cara tá bêbado aqui.
Marston! Mr. Marston, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends. I'm pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Deixa eu ver uma coisa aqui, galera, bem rapidinho. Tá aqui mesmo. Vê se tá ligado os filtros de cor aqui. Ah, tá ligado sim. Achei que não tava ligado os filtros.
You ain't gonna find 30 horses of these in all of New Orleans. I ain't so sure about that. Take it easy until we're out of town. Ain't no point in causing a ruckus. Whoa now.
Ah, o controle para.
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the port in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind.
Para, beleza.
Who's Said I was a decent fella.
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as most read it back to you. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Steve's Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Tá vendo que eles estão fazendo um mod, galera, pra esse jogo aqui. O gráfico fica mais bonito.
Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guy. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Yeah. You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now. You'll see the fort when you get to the top of this hill.
Easy.
Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Tá, aproxime-se do forte, vamos lá.
Come on. Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you, think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implored. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well,
Oh,
Nossa, levou um tirão.
poor John.
O urubuzinho está esperando a hora. Cara, bem que a Rockstar podia ter caprichado um pouco mais desses gráficos dentro do PC, né? Cada uma cor nesse jogo tá bem uma cor meio velha, né? Uma corzinha mais colorida seria bom.
Well, you're alive.
so it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
Apesar que na live tá melhor a imagem pra vocês porque eu coloquei filtro.
Around here.
Mas pra mim aqui tá mais cinzenta a imagem.
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
So what were you doing?
Trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you. For saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Ó, você meter enrascada só. Ah, vá até a casa da Bonnie. Vamos lá então.
Back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands around here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle.
Vamos lá então, vamos cavalgar.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarlane.
I picked out a fine horse for you. Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Mano, o que é isso? Vai ficar de pé no cavalo? Ou foi um bug isso aqui? E aí, Miguel? Tá rodando lisinho? É. O JPC tá rodando a 70 a 140 FPS.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian.
Depende do lugar que eu vou.
Good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. Giddy up! That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished.
Se você quiser vir na live com a tela grande, Miguel, é só entrar no meu canal e ir na live com a tela grande pra você ver como é que os FPS tá rodando.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. Yeah! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. Come on, boy. And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll
Tá
get
me mostrando só.
from me, Miss McFarland.
What are you waiting for? Come on.
Beleza,
I
Mark.
won't fight.
Eu ativei aqui esse negócio de arma de ouro aqui. Será que... Tem trapaça pra ativar também aqui, galera, se quiser, ó. Trapaça... Tem que também... Acho que tá aqui, controle... Aqui, ó, armas douradas. Eu vou ativar isso aqui. Eu tinha ativado já hoje. Armas douradas.
Cold drink, Mr. Marston.
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a
Eu
rest.
nunca zerei esse jogo, galera. Só zerei o 2. Então...
Show you the house and then
Minha
you...
primeira experiência com o game, galera.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do?
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Que beleza de arma.
The country is really beautiful at around this time.
Umas balas com essa arma aí.
We'd best get moving. This is a dangerous time of night for us.
Ih, meu cavalo tá pra lá e pra cá. Vem aqui, meu querido.
Right, follow me. Keep your eyes peeled for anything suspicious. Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team. I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you?
Matar os coelhinhos? Ai, que dó, mano.
I want a couple of these for the pot. That's it. Kill those little varmints. Good shot. Thank you, Mr. Marston. Looks like
Vou pegar os coelhos? Não dá.
we'll do tomorrow. Let's get back on the horses and see what else is going on.
Ficou presa aí, minha querida. Cara, a mulher ficou presa ali. Meu santo, vai matar a mulher, vai matar. Vai matar a mulher, mano. Caramba, mano.
Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol.
Ai, meu Deus. Eu pelei a mulher do cavalo.
Hello, mister. Giddy up! Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again. It's a sad state of affairs when a rancher has to spend her nights patrolling the perimeter.
Are things really that bad?
It's gotten so bad in the last couple years, everyone around here is armed.
Let's go.
God damn it, these rabbits are at it again. Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all. Easy now.
Pensei que eu vou matar esses coelhos aí.
Get your rifle out. It's about time these little thieves met their mates. Shooting rabbits and outlaws, I see. You're a good shot, Mr. Marston. That
Vai na frente agora, minha querida. Não vou atropelar você de volta aí.
mount up and patrol the rest of the property.
Ela pega teu cavalo lá antes, não vai dar ruim de novo aí.
Let's get going. We've still got plenty of ground to cover.
Aí.
Come on.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.